We're approaching our 60th anniversary as Shell in Nigeria. Also going through a period of a rapidly changing footprint for our business in Nigeria. We started to think of what else we should be doing for the people of Nigeria beyond what we contribute in terms of economics, beyond what we do in terms of social investment, massive investments in education, in health services and all. So what else can we do?
And the experiment was to give Nigeria $200 million to start an impact investing company to accelerate the closing of the access to energy gap in Nigeria.
Olon's role has been one of a facilitator, facilitating whatever needs to be done within that space in Nigeria. So the bulk of what we do is basically investment. So in terms of budget, 85-90% of our budget goes into investing in companies and giving them the finance which they need.
Starting the business, the challenge, was access to funding. It's one thing to, speak about a new industry, renewables, that people don't even believe in. It's another one for you to now begin to request funding for this industry because nobody knows the business model, if it's proven or tested. It's a nascent one.
If you think about Sandra Chukwudoze's story, a 26-year-old female in Nigeria starting a business in a sector that's sort of growing, there is no bank or financial institution that would have given her $1 million. Olon did.
Olon came in firstly through the USADF Olon Challenge, the 100K, and then the $1 million was, us showing that we actually had a viable product, successful business model, and that we could scale up.
In terms of investments, we basically oversee a portfolio of well over 45 companies in this space. And this cuts across from angel investments, small investments, $50,000, $100,000, to larger scale investments of anything up to $5 million in companies which are creating the solutions to solve the energy access challenges which we have in this country.
The relationship with Olon, has been a very interesting one. So in 2020, there was need for us to scale to build a new factory, because our present facility was just 10 megawatts. So we're planning to build a 100 megawatt installed capacity. So we, met Olon, explained the plans to them, and Olon, made a further investment of $1.5 million, which was a combination of equity and debt into our company.
Renewvia is an Olon investee. They found out that we had a lot of communities that we wanted to deploy power to in the Niger Delta, being that it was vastly neglected fact that everybody thought power was constant. So we made Olon understand that these are the services we provide and we can deploy it to the Niger Delta. That's how Olon became interested in us and we became an Olon investee.
I know that Olon is their business operations is largely in the Niger Delta area. We cover all of the Niger Delta areas, and that has allowed us push. By virtue of the fact that Olon made an investment in Ulu, it has allowed us to be able to sell more within those communities. A good 30 or 40% of all our revenue comes from the Niger Delta area.
They've seen our products work before, so we didn't have to spend much time trying to convince them. And one talk led to another, and after all the necessary processes, they agreed to invest $500,000 in the company. And this already, as I'm speaking to you, the construction of the factory has started, and we're hoping that within the next 4 or 5 months we'll be done with that. And that should be the only inverter and charge controller manufacturing plant in West Africa, if by the time we are done.
We are having this solar mini grid installation as a result of a $50,000 convertible debt, which we got from Olon, and a $50,000 grant, which we got from USADF. And this system was initially installed at a capacity of 26.6 kilowatt peak, but right now we are having a system of 31.1 kilowatt peak, which is serving a total number of 200 homes and over 50 businesses.
Sometimes in many of the investment rounds we do, we also find out that we are often the only company that has that chest, in quote, as a Nigerian entity to invest in this company, because many other people are afraid. We are strong enough, we are committed enough, we are passionate enough about this country to actually put our money where our mouth is, of course, with the support of our funders, primarily Shell, and of course, the Rockefeller Foundation.
And given its success, Olon has essentially delivered in its mandate.
What is next? Scale, scale, scale. Olon has already done tremendous work in the sector, has already impacted hundreds of lives in Nigeria. The basis has really been put together for impact, because I see that there's a strong basis that can now help us get to the next step, which is scale. Scaling our vision, scaling our investments, and therefore scaling our impact and reach.